Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you guys had an amazing Thursday. I know I did. It was a very good day today compared to yesterday. I felt like I was composed, executed to a T. Great opportunities out of the bell today, too. Of course, market's selling off, as you can see right here. But overall, the opportunities today were outstanding. We're going to walk through every single one that I took today and break it down in depth for you to understand how you can do it, too. Real quick to show you how I did today, you can see here traded BTOG, Pali, IMG, and BT. Overall, a very good morning. Had some wins on a swing on GLXY as well. Popped 10% overnight on that. But let's go ahead and dive into it and break down the entries from this morning. I'm stoked. I'm happy. Really good execution today. Really could not be any happier. So let's go ahead and dive right into it and see what I did. Break it down for you. I'm super happy. Again, just perfect execution today. So we're going to start here with Pali. And Pali was really the first thing that I had my eyes on this morning because coming out of the morning, and we had a really good setup here. Let me show you. We had this on the daily here. Of course, we see it pop up in pre-market. And so first thing I do is check the daily for range. Now, let me get my pin tool. I check the daily for range here, and we see one thing. We have the 200 moving average sitting right here over the pre-market high, which is sitting right there about 137. And so I know we have to first get over that pre-market high, get over the 200 moving average. Until we do that, we have no range. And so you can see right here where the 200 moving average was aligned was right here over this high of day. Now this breaks out, and I'm wanting to take it here on the breakout, but I'm also not really too confident in this just yet. So I'll let it go, and I'm watching for a nice pullback, waiting for the stock to put in place a range, and I'm patient, and I really get paid off here. So this thing pulls back finally over VWAP, and again, I'm looking for confirmation back over VWAP. And I'm able to take this thing very well up into the open today. You can see here, it took the pullback. Oh my goodness, so good. Once this pulled back, I saw it started to get bought back up off the lows here on the time and sales. We see time and sales getting aggressive. That we see level 2. We see a buyer start to step up to the plate. And so I'm like, all right, let me nibble some here. And so I took it off the pullback there, risking off of VWAP. You can see here 147 entry, risking off of 140. Only had about 5 cents a share of risk. Really positioned well. After we confirmed here out of market open, added some size to this. You can see it pulled back to retest VWAP and got bought back up aggressively. After doing so, you can see added here for the break higher. And got a break of trend here to the upside and captured a move here from the 140s all the way to $1.72. And so just an amazing play here. Of course, we knew we only had range here to this 1.8 or really 1.7 to 190 based on the past daily highs you can see back here. And so I didn't want to get too aggressive here. We can see back here on the daily where I'm getting these levels from. Again, you can see this past low, again, middle of its range, and then again, previous low. And so using these previous levels in the daily time frame, able to identify these areas of resistance and cut it there for a beautiful win. So that was that here on Palio. Super happy with that. Again, simple little pullback setup off of VWAP. Could not be any easier. And that was that. Moving along from there, moving on to BTOG, and then we'll go back to IMG last. We'll look at BTAI too. That's the one that I took a very small red trade on, pretty much break even on it, but nonetheless. Look here at BTOG. This thing was very nice, very fruitful, and a very easy one to trade this morning as well. I'll make it bigger for you. Very nice. And so it's pretty much identical setup here. Look at the daily here on BTOG, and we look at the daily here, and guess what? We've got this past high sitting right here at 45 cents. We knew if we got over that 45-cent level, we had room to the past daily high up here around 60, and the 200 sitting right there above 60 as well. So this was sort of my play set, my safe play area here from 45 to 60. So it gave me a 15-cent range here, which was nice. And so we knew we had range of 60. We knew we had to watch it over 45, and that's where this thing really looked really good. And so I wait for price to break and confirm. And again, I leave it alone all through here, right? Because it breaks out, it doesn't really pull back. This thing cracks from 45 all the way to almost 48. And I'm like, all right, let's look for pullbacks. I want to find a pullback back off the moving averages, and I did again just that, waited for price to pull back. Notice how it finds a buyer here. This big wick off the low signals buying pressure off of the moving average and VWAP. So with that being said, we saw buyers step in. I took my entry and again captured a beautiful move here up into our range. You can see here from 45 cents all the way to 50 cents a share. Now, how do I know when to exit stuff like this? Because you can see I pretty much timed the top on this. How do I know how to do that? Well, it's actually very simple, and I have an exit strategy that helps me get out before reversals like this. And all you have to do is watch the structure of the stock here. What we can see happen is fairly simple. Now we see this forms a bit of a flag off these highs here. It wants to break to the upside. It tries to break to the upside here at 51 cents. And guess what? It instantly rejects back beneath the previous candle's high. When it does that, that means a reversal is coming. That momentum is shifting. It's time to get the heck out. And so that was my exit there. You can see off that high. Once it cracked back beneath that previous high, I was instantly out of that, as you can see, literally to a T right here. So really happy with that. Very similar setup here off the lows. Take a look. Price pulls back, grabs liquidity underneath the up. See how it sort of blips beneath the up and gets bought back up aggressively? This becomes an area of informed demand. We've identified another reversal area. It applies to both ends. So again, see how we reverse off this low, reverse off this high, this wick over the high, this wick underneath the low. So again, same story. You have this manipulation underneath the low, then it makes that move. It's planned, original plan moved. And so after identifying the buyers off the lows here, this reversal, again, I took the pullback entry off this previous low. Again, we had that double-sided confluence there for the range back up onto, we're out of this wedge. And again, I got it here from 46 to 47.50, really small win. And then again, same story. It tries to break out higher here, instantly rejects, and so I take my profit and walk away. That was pretty much it for this one here. But overall, very nice trades on this. Couldn't really be too disappointed there. Very nice. Moving right along to IMG. Had a pretty good trade on this one today as well, although it was kind of choppy. I was able to play it decently. We had the pre-market high sitting up here at 54 cents. And so I was watching it for confirmation over that previous high, 54, and you can see exactly what we had here. Price pulls back after breaking over this 54-cent level, pulls back, big wick off the low here, signaling confirmation off that level. So I take the next pullback and then see a nice double bottom form here off that previous low, and I'm able to capture this for a pretty nice move. You can see I captured it here from 57 to about 63 cents, so not too bad. That was pretty snazzy. Again, is playing it over the highs. And as far as range goes here, again, very simple setup. Break this past low, room to the top of its range here, and it was respected pretty much to a T. So just playing the daily range there. Very nice break over that pre-market high for a nice little pullback entry. Last but not least, BTAI. Now, this thing today ended up making a bit of a move later in the morning, but it was just so choppy. You can see me playing it back here, where we have this really tight flag forming here. I try to take it for a breakout, the highs. Looking back, not an amazing setup, but nonetheless, took it there, got some trimmed up into the highs here, took the rest out for a very small loss. So that was that on BTAI. Really nothing to write home about there. It was from last night's watch list, and I really wanted to get some good plays on this today. Volume just wasn't there. And you can see here more on the 30-minute time frame what I was looking for. I took the breakout on the 30-minute, and, well, just didn't get the move I was looking for, frankly. So very small L on this one today. It's one of those things. Everything else traded to a T today. This was just that one that I just didn't get a good read on. So is what it is. Very happy with the morning session, though. That pretty much sums up the morning. Now, we do have the Fly IPO this afternoon. Wi-Fi also just opened up. You can actually see it here. I'm keeping eyes on it, but I don't have the greatest of expectations. IPOs are so overhyped right now. I feel like they're just so bubbled in valuation. Once that bubble pops, people are going to be sitting here holding a bag in a major way. So you got to be careful. But that being said, of course, as always, if you learned something from this video, make sure to subscribe for daily content just like this. And make sure to claim your 7-day free trial. That link will be down in the description below to watch me trade stocks like this in real time every single day and get alerts, watch lists, education, chat room access, and so much more. And that being said, I will see y'all there.